Okay, you guys, so you just watched me go over some of the formulas for area and perimeter, and you guys watched me go over the four pretty simple steps that we can take when solving area and perimeter word problems. I'm not going to take too much time on this. Remember, an image of this will be in this one of the 5 steps for you to copy down if you haven't done it so far. So let's get started on number 1, okay? Remember, I'm going to keep my anchor chart nice and close so that way when I need to refer to it, I have it ready to do so. All right, you guys. So let's get started. Number one says, Alejandro built a new rectangular fence for his dog. The fence closed in an area of 24 square feet. Which of the following could be the length and width of Alejandro's fence? Okay, so I just read the whole word problem. Check number 1. Number 2, find keywords and draw a picture. All right, so some keywords today for this one. I'm going to zoom in so you guys can see this. I am going to highlight the word area, 24 square feet. I'm going to highlight the word length and width. So now I can go back to my anchor chart and I could say, I'm looking for the area and I want to talk about the length and the width. Okay, so now I can draw my picture. So I know that Alejandro built a fence for his dog. That's his yard with the fence around it. And the area is 24 square feet. All right, so now I'm looking for what the width could be and the length could be. Let's look back at our equation. Oh, I have to multiply the length and width. So which two numbers can be multiplied together to get 24? Let's go ahead and look at the answer choices. That's number 4. Reread the question and look at the answer choices. So reread the question. Which of the following could be the length and width of Alejandro's fence? All right. So A is 6 feet times 4 feet. 6 times 4, everybody, 24 square feet. Okay, that gives us what we're looking for, but we should not stop yet. B, 8 feet times 4 feet. That would be 32 square feet. That's not what we're looking for. C, 12 feet times 3 feet. 12 times 3. I know 12 times 2 is 24, and then I'm going to count on 12. That's just a strategy you can use if you cannot remember 12 times 3. 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. 36 square feet. Okay, last one, D. 14 feet times 10 feet. Okay, I don't know this one either. Well, I do know that 14 times 1 is 14, and then I can carry the 0. That would be 140 square feet. All right, you guys. So looking at our answer choices, only one of them gives us Alejandro's area of 24. So our answer today is A. I'm going to go ahead and circle or highlight A. All right, great. That was a nice, easy way to start number 1. Okay, you guys. So number 2 is a little bit trickier because number 2, I have a lot of information. Just looking at this problem, I see that I already have 3 rectangles with dimensions on them. What does dimensions mean again? Dimensions. Well, I see a width and a length, a width and a length, a width and a length. So the dimensions are the measurements of the width and the length. That's going to be important to know when we're answering this question. All right, let's go ahead, do step 1. Read the question. Santiago, Antoine, and Franklin each drew a rectangle and recorded the dimensions. Which of the following statements is true? All right, you guys, so I'm going to go ahead and look for some of my keywords. I am going to highlight the word dimensions because that's really the only word that's helping me here. I guess I could highlight rectangle too because we know we're working with rectangles. We know the formulas for finding the area and perimeter of rectangles. So I kind of need more information here. So I'm going to keep reading some of the answer choices. The perimeter of Santiago's rectangle and Anton's rectangle. Okay, so I see perimeter and area. The area and perimeter. Okay, I see area and perimeter again. The perimeter. Oh, I see lots of area. I see area, perimeter. Looking at my answer choices, it's having me use the area and perimeter of these rectangles to determine my question. So I think a really good idea would first be to figure out Santiago's rectangles, area and perimeter, Antoine's rectangulars, area and perimeter, Franklin's area and rectangular. All right, so let's get started. Let's start with Santiago. Santiago. Okay, so we're going to find the perimeter and the area. So Santiago's perimeter would be 9 plus 9 plus 3 plus 3. How can I do this math? I can do 9 plus 9, which is 18. 3 plus 3, which is 6. And then 18 plus 6. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 24 is that one. I'm going to delete my work because I don't need it anymore. So Santiago's perimeter is 24, and his area is 9 times 3, which would give us 27. Okay? We don't have measurements on these, so I'm just going to leave it how it is like that. And I'm going to go ahead and record that on my work. Area is 27, perimeter is 24. All right, check off Santiago's. Awesome. Let's do the next one. Let's do Antoine's rectangular. Oops, markers. All right, Antoine's. Antoine's perimeter and the area. Perimeter is 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6, and area is 6 times 6. All right, so when I'm going to do 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6, I see that this is repeated addition, and I know repeated addition is also the same as multiplication. So I can do 6 times 4, which would give me 24, or I can go 6 plus 6 is 12, plus 6 more is 18, plus 6 more is 24. Okay, 6 times 6, 36. Okay, Antoine's area is 36, and the perimeter is 24. All right, one more to go. We got this. Franklin's. And I know you might be thinking, why am I doing all this work to begin the problem? Because once we have the numbers, the answer will be very obvious. Franklin's. Okay, Franklin's perimeter would be 7 plus 7 plus 4 plus 4. That would be 14 and 8. So that's 7, or that's 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 22. Okay, and then the area is 7 times 4. It's 28. Just checking my work. All right, so we can record his. Area, 28. Perimeter, 22. All right, you guys. So I'm going to keep my work here, but if you guys were working on your paper, there's really no need to have your whiteboard anymore. But I'm just going to keep this nice and big so you can see it. All right, so now we can start looking at the answer choices. Because remember, that's our fourth step. Reread the question and look at the answer choices. So it says here, which of the following statements is true? True. True means correct. True means it is right. Okay? So let's start. A, the perimeter of Santiago's rectangle and Antoine's rectangle is the same. 24 and 24. 24 and 24. That part is true. So the area is the same for their rectangles. Let's look at their areas. Do they have the same areas? No. 27 and 36. A is not our answer. B, The area and perimeter of Franklin's, remember this is Franklin, 28 and 22, are both greater than the area and perimeter of Santiago's. Well, the area is larger, but look, the perimeter is not. 24, Santiago's perimeter is bigger than Antoine's, so B is not true. The perimeter of Santiago's rectangle is greater than the perimeter of Franklin's rectangle. So the perimeter of Santiago's, 24, is greater than the perimeter of Franklin's, 22. That's correct. But the area of Franklin's is greater than the areas of Santiago's. That is also correct. 28 is more than 27. So that works. And put a dot next to it. Letter D. Antoine's rectangle has an area that is greater than the other two rectangles, but a perimeter that is smaller than the other two rectangles. So let's see here. Antoine does have the largest area, but it's saying that it has the smallest perimeter, and that's not true. Franklin's has the smallest perimeter. So C is the only one that is all correct. All right, you guys, so don't you see right here? If you notice that a problem is asking you about different areas and perimeters, it's best to go ahead and solve those first. That way you're not redoing all the work for each answer. All right, let's move on to number 3. All right, number 3. Ashley needed a rectangle with an area of 30 square meters. All right, sorry about that. Ashley needed a rectangle with an area of 30 square meters. Okay. If she wanted the option with the smallest perimeter, which should she choose? Oh boy, this one has a lot of keywords in it. All right, guys. So Ashley needed a rectangle with an area of 30 square meters. So that means that the length and width have to be multiplied to get 30. If she wanted the option with the smallest perimeter, which should she choose? All right, so I've got some dimensions here. I'm going to write those on my board. I've got A, 15 times 2. I've got B, 6 times 5. I've got C, 10 times 3. And I have D, 8 times 4. Now, I noticed that I'm writing a multiplication sign, and it's here it says by. By means multiply. So I'm just going to make a note of that. By means multiply. So 8 by 4. 8 by 4 means 8 inches by 4 inches. Okay? 8 millimeters by 4 millimeters. Okay? So you guys, let's go ahead and solve these, making sure that our area is 30. 15 times 2, 30. 6 times 5, 30. 10 times 3, 30. 8 times 4, 32. Uh-oh. D doesn't even give us an area of 30. So D is automatically eliminated because we're not going to try to find the perimeter for this one because it doesn't even give us the correct area. All right. So let me go ahead through and let's test out the perimeters for all of these. That way we could find which one is the smallest. So for this one, 15 plus 15 is 30. 2 plus 2 is 4, so that would be 34. 6 plus 6 plus 5 plus 5. 6 plus 6 is 12. 5 plus 5 is 10. So that would be 22 for the perimeter. Right here, perimeter equals 10 plus 10 plus 3 plus 3, 26. All right, you guys, so looking at A, 34, B, 22, or C, 26. My answer is B. This would give us the smallest perimeter, 6 by 5. All right, guys, last one. Number 4. All right, number 4, you guys. The area of a rectangle is 80 square meters. The length of the rectangle is 5. What is the perimeter of the rectangle? Lots of keywords in this one too. The area of a rectangle is 80 square meters. All right. The length of the rectangle is 5. What is the perimeter? All right, you guys. So it's giving us the area. It's giving us one of the length, but it's asking for the perimeter. So I'm going to draw this. All right. So I know that the area of this one equals 80 square meters. All right, and I know that the length is 5. So what is the perimeter of the rectangle? Well, 5 times what gets us 80? Because we remember this equals the length. We need to find the width. So 5 times what equals 80? All right, you guys, so this is a tricky one. I have to find the blank there. Well, I know that I'm looking for 80. I have 5. How many times can 5 go into 80? We can use Big 7 to do this. 5 goes into 8 once. 5, add my 0 here, my 0 here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 3. 5 goes into 3 6 times. That would give me 0. That would be 16. 16. So my length, or my width, excuse me, is 16. All right. So now that I found, so do you guys all understand how I found the missing side? Pause and take a note of that. Missing width. Go ahead and take a note of that, that we found the missing side dimension using division. Okay? So now I can find my, let me go ahead, now I'm going to go back to reread the question. What is the perimeter of the rectangle? All right, so you guys, if you notice, 16 is an answer choice. That's because a lot of you guys will do that division and you'll find 16 and you'll be like, yes, I got it, and go right to A. But remember to reread that question. That's why it's step number 3. All right, so when I reread the question, I know that I'm looking for, when I reread the question, I know that I'm looking for the perimeter of the rectangle. So I find the perimeter by doing 16 plus 16 plus 5 plus 5. I'm going to use a calculator to help me out on this one. 16 plus 16 plus 5 plus 5. 16 plus 16 plus 5 plus 5 is 42. Perimeter is 42. That would be D. Awesome. Thank you guys so much for watching. Get busy on your independent practice.